imagine if a single rock could change your life. Yes, a rock. But what kind of rock? Well, in this case, we have salt.
You all know salt is one of the only rocks we humans eat. Salt was actually independently discovered in separate places. At around the same time, salt was used in Africa, Europe, and Asia. However, the way salt was used was entirely different in each continent.
Salt was discovered in 6000 BC in China. People used a method called dragging and gathering. The lakes evaporated and people got the salt.
Salt was used economically during 2200 BC. The Chinese Emperor Xia Yu taxed people by using salt. Also around this time, salted fish and salt cones were used for trading.
Transitioning to Europe during 640 BC, salt was an important commodity to Romans. The Salt Road, one of the first Roman trade routes, was a network that allowed salt to be transported throughout the empire, hence the name. The Romans required salt for their soldiers, livestock, and horses.
You know that salt was the origin of the word salary? It means worth his salt or earning his salt. Salt was also the origin for the French root solde, meaning to pay. This became the word soldier. See the connection?
Salt was actually the driving motivation of Roman Empire. Competition caused the Romans to conquer other countries and take hold of their salt mines.
The first written text on Chinese salt administration was around 300 BC. It basically said that salt has a singularly important power to maintain the basic economy of our state. The Qin dynasty kept prices considerably high, using those finances to build armies and to build the Great Wall of China.
So, let's fast forward a few centuries. Between the 6th and 9th centuries, a new form of manufacturing salt was invented: gradual evaporation using tanks. This soon became popular amongst Europeans, especially the Venetians, who will play a big part in salt's economic influence.
La Gabelle was a French-made salt tax that was created in 1259. The La Gabelle actually influenced the French Revolution, causing citizens and peasants to rebel against the expensiveness of this. In a way, salt fueled the French Revolution.
1281, the Venetians soon realized that they could make more money by selling and buying salt. Instead of taking control of other salt mines, this made Venice profitable to merchants. This salt trade boosted the economy greatly in every way possible. There was one difference between Venice and China. Venice never owned the salt. They only received the money made from trade.
Do you recall Marco Polo? He was a Venetian merchant when he was young and interacted directly with the salt trade. He wrote the book to motivate the Venetian government to extend its salt administration, especially around the Mediterranean. Marco Polo had, in fact, extended the salt administration.
Salt was important to the military as well. During Napoleon's reign in France, when 1,000 soldiers were retreating from battle, all of them died because of a lack of salt to heal their wounds. Salt is literally a requirement that determines your fate.
But salt actually influenced the discovery of the New World, the Americas. Had it not been for the practice of salting fish, the Europeans may have remained to fish in coast of Europe, delaying their discovery.
Also influenced the American Revolution. One of British goals was to cut off salt supply to the Americas. Because of this, Americas were forced to find their own salt.
Again, salt was still influential in the Civil War. Even William Sherman, the general, agreed that salt was just as important as gunpowder. He directly said, "Without salt, they cannot make bacon and salt beef." Did you hear that? No bacon.
Salt isn't really used as money. Today, salt can be used in many ways. For example, defrosting highways. Also, did you know that salt is mostly used in the chemical industry more than any other application? Salt can be split into sodium and chlorine, which can be used for plastic, paper, water treatment, and pipes. So you could say that salt makes up some of our everyday objects.
Summary: salt influenced empires to make drastic decisions, caused wars to start, and made other technologies possible.
Salt is a rock that doesn't move, but it traveled the world.
Can you imagine it now? A rock that can change your life?
Did salt, a simple rock, just change the world?
Crave that mineral?